Hello everyone. I wanted to play a horror game today. However, I just couldn't find any that sort of stuck out to me, so sod it. I figured I'd play the Stanley Particle. Stanley Particle. Yes. And so the computer is barely visible. Okay. But I don't know. Close enough. Access from main menu. Okay. The reason I'm showing you that is because the Stanley Parable is meh. I had to make sure it was actually going to be showing me. Showing you, sorry, just in case any jokes come into view. Oh, the menu's a lot better on this one. One-handed walking. Oh, okay. I'm going to make them large because I'm a blind man. Subtitle opacity, I need that before weight. What does that mean? Yeah, so some endings in this can be quite traumatic. This is basically a hunt the ending kind of game. As it says there are some endings that deal with suicide, trauma, and mental health. Be warned. It is ultimately a comedy game, though. Alright, there's no jokes here, I'm just going to pause this. Onward! The end is never the end, is never the end, is never is loading. The end is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hello, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
It's me! Oh yeah, when I arbitrarily click on things, I've got keyboard noises.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? So the reason I like this game is it's a secrets hunt, but with witty narration. Surname access. That is too wee for me to read, therefore turn off. So this is obviously the Ultra Deluxe. I played the first Stanley Parable a long time ago. But, alas, we are now in what's essentially Stanley Parable 2.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. Yes, I just have to look at my hands. Oops.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What to do about 432? Don't tell 432 about the meeting. Office party! Don't alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Cabal planning. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Sure. Chris.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Whee! So if you stay in there long enough, you get an ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Extreme bathrooms. Wash your hands, Stanley. Nope, okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Sorry if all you see is like bizarre whooshing noises. It's really warm, but it's also extremely windy.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It's really hard to find the time to talk during this game. Yeah, so I'm just going to, like, this is a stereotypical thing you see, there's choices.
Head through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Because you see, there's like always choices, and what you do gives you a different landing.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
What on?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Fired. Was it 437 or something, wasn't it? Can't even tell what that would be.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Whoops!
For he
I'm stuck on something.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Right, to me that is extremely dark, so hang on. Well, so I can't find a way to fix it, so never mind. Was through there. Like a weird party or rave or something. Ooh, 3. Whoa. I see 5. It's 4 close. Anybody see number 4? Looking for number 4, guys. At least they're lit up. Is that stairs or something? It should be. Yeah, these are stairs, but there's like a gate in front of the way. So how do I go up to you? Oh, maybe that one isn't 4 then. Maybe I'll look for 4. The number 4, where are you? So here's 3. Oh! I ascend. Don't know if I'm supposed to ascend, but ascend. Nah, that didn't help. So there's bad machines in the way and shite. It would really help if I could see. Because if that's number 4, I'm not allowed number 4. Ooh. Dunno. Thought it. Maybe we don't have a 4. Like an extra boot before 5. I don't. Thought it. I should go get the normal ending. Boom, 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 boom.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I'm afraid of the dark.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Keep trying to blow my mustache out
Even
my
as
bloody
the
lips.
immense
It's really
door
annoying me.
slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
I need to trim
How
my
had he been
face.
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hooray! Achievement unlocked, beat the game. The end is never the end is loading. Whatever. Come on. Back to it then. Right, so. I'm gonna.
Co-workers were gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a couple more things
Decided to go to the meeting.
until.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, hold on.
No
437.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
Yes.
A measly 5 clicks.
Yes.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I didn't know this was a thing.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
Ugh.
Almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What have I got myself? Right, okay, so I didn't know this was a thing. This is not a normal thing for me to know to do. I don't know if this is part of the new version of the game or the old version of the game.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Boom, boom.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. 425. 417. 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
Yes, these papers on the ground are annoying me.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Boom. Boom. Boom, boom.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. 419. Not these are. Oh yeah, there's an achievement for trying to jump, by the way. 419.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again. Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Yes.
Will become quite unbearable.
Hooray! I mean, I want to restart, but like, there's dialogues and no. Fine. You win. I can't be bored waiting anymore. Alright, let's see what other nonsense I can get myself into.
Workers were gone, What could
Bonk.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my goodness. Pardon me, sorry. What? What? What happened? Why happened? Oh my god. I would love to see what the structure a guide for this game would have to take to actually be comprehensible. Okay, buttons do nothing, keyboard do nothing. Yeah. Bored now, let's go. So now I'm going to play the route of very incompetent Stanley.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is that 4B9 again? 4B9. No, doesn't do anything. Never mind.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour
Oh, I can
after
crouch.
all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Are you readable?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's a nice painting, man.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Button!
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Wee. My guy, this is a truck.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Yes.
From the top.
Okay, well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bonk. The memo was, don't let Brian control you.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Whoosh. Dad. This is just a big old map. Know your city.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Curious. Very, very curious. Now there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
This is what I mean, it's pure
Aha!
meta commentary.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hooray!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Aha.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Yes.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yep, that's exactly what I needed. Unsurmountable boxes! I feel that the doors are now just counting down to something. No, never mind. Okay, this line was clearly drawn by me. Excuse me? Odd Easter egg. I mean, it's never personally entered the game, but, you know. It's about the same people. I don't. No? Nope. Apparently it's just a different mob, they just must really like payday. Payday? Is that what it's called?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. I have studied. I have already forgotten what it looks like.
What? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I can't even follow it again. Nyum. Nyum.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done that to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just...
Did not realise the time, thought it was the door, it was not.
We should be fine.
Damn you, line. You ruin everything.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well,
Sorry, Dario. I'm rubbing them up on against it.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Every time I go to open my mouth.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this a real restart or another...
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know, but I kind of want to go that way. Yeah, it must have actually been a real reset, so I'll go through this and then I'm going to call this one, I think. Because I have run out of time.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
The same papers, the same mugs. Actually, it's a different mug. Coffee nut.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yes, yes. Bum, 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 bum,
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
This really is quite a difficult game to commentate over. Oh.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
No.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
This is.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
That just looks like somebody's waiting at the other end, you know, I'm waiting on somebody just to press a button to drop them into the abyss.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yep,
It's
it
my
does.
fault,
The
Stan.
test achievement,
I put
please ignore it
too
right
much
there.
anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me.
The whole game is a
having
gimmick.
great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
See? Now it's changed to the Ultra Deluxe version instead of just the classic version that I was doing beforehand. So I'm going to call that there, because I've run out of time because a family member has returned early, and I'm going to go see if they're okay. Yeah, I'm going to be doing more of this soon. Just because I feel like it. I love the Stanley Parable, it's so clever. I love the narrator. He's so fun to listen to. And I'm looking forward to the sort of new content. I've watched someone play as far as the start of this next bit, so I'm going to scour this myself before I continue watching anymore. Good luck. Take it easy.